received a comment a while ago now, and I'm not going to go back and find the comment because I don't remember where it was. But somebody was asking me about the different types of light and what they all mean. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to show you all the different types of light and what plants work best in those light conditions. So firstly, we have direct light, which is what colocasia like. Colocasia like direct sun. They're outdoor plants. Don't keep them inside unless you have really good grow lights. But direct light means in full sun. This is what this is. Most indoor plants will not do that. They will not be happy. They will die. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be showing you plants inside because I know that a lot of you grow your plants inside, not in greenhouses like me. A very important thing to know when trying to find the best placement for your plants is where your house is situated with the rotation of the sun, which sounds wild to say out loud. But all you've got to do is go to Google Maps, type in your address, and look at the position of your house and which windows are facing north, south, east, west, things like that. If you live in the southern hemisphere, so Australia, which is where I target most of my content towards, then you would prefer to have plants in like a north-facing window because that's the trajectory of which the sun travels in Australia. So south-facing windows, plants aren't going to love it as much. The more I'm recording this video, the more I realize that there's more to talk about, and probably why people get confused so much when it comes to light, because it's actually pretty complicated, but easy once you understand it. So this is my bedroom. This is where I keep a lot of alocasia. This is a north-facing window, which means that, without showing you where I live, the sun travels directly over here, so it's getting a lot of indirect light all day, especially in daylight savings time. But you've got to be careful because in winter, am I going to be able to show you this? Hopefully. So in winter, the sun is lower in the sky, so it travels out here more without showing anything, which means the light shines directly into my room and directly touches the plants. So in winter, I usually have to move the plant stand backwards more because the light will burn the plants even in winter. So you've got to keep that in mind. You've got to sort of think about where the light is. I watch the ground, like where the sun is on the ground, on the floor. And you can sort of just see the light gradually moving as the season progresses. So you've just got to be aware of that. But bright indirect light is where most aroids, indoor houseplants, will grow best in. Now, having said that, this is a south-facing window, and ignore everything. I live in an old house. But see how, like, you can just see how dark the bathroom is because it's a very small window, and the light it never ever shines directly in this window. But these plants love it because they're right up against the window. They're getting all of the light, but you can see, let me get up. You can see how much it's like it's pressing against the window because it's wanting more light. It's not ideal for them, but hey, plants will survive in a south-facing window. You should also be very mindful of placing plants on windowsills and stuff, especially in winter, because of a nighttime, you might think that it's going to be fine because your house is warm because you've got a heater on or something, but against the window is the coldest part of your house in winter because it's just getting direct cold from outside, and there's nothing to protect the plants from the window. So a lot of people will tell me that their plants have died in winter, and I'll say why, and they're like, and I'll ask them to tell me what they were doing wrong or tell me where the plant was, kind of thing, and they always say windowsill. I'm just like, your plants froze to death. And also, opposite, summer gets too hot, plants just burn to death. So we've covered bright light, we've covered bright indirect light, and now we'll do low light. So this is the front door area. Again, old house, don't judge. This is a north-facing window, but because we have there's part of the roof out here, like the roof of the house is out there, so it blocks a lot of the light. So this is a really dark sort of area. There's more over here too. But again, the plants, you can tell that they're facing the window. They want more light, but they're still growing. They're still happy you just gotta be mindful of that. And lastly, we'll talk about low light. This is my office. It's very, very dark in here. You can't even tell. The only plants that would maybe survive in here, possibly a devil's ivy, a snake plant will. Honestly, not much else. It's just way too dark in here. And then the last one, obviously, is no light, which is like in a box or nighttime. But if I've left anything out, or if something still doesn't make enough sense, or you have some like questions about where you should place your plants, leave a comment, reach out to me through the website, Instagram, wherever you want. I reply to everyone. I try to. There is some comments that I somehow miss and I find them months later, then I reply. But yeah, happy planting.